Sup, Black Metal here. So this is a little quick video. This is the new series I've been doing. I'm going to be starting doing. It's about albums that I think are masterpieces. So first instance, I'm going to be talking about AC/DC. Now AC/DC, of course, is a band I've liked on and off throughout my life, but you got to give credit for AC/DC. You got to give credit for what they do. They don't change. But there's a part in the 80s where some say they went commercial, but that's what that music is. It's commercial rock and roll. There's an album that the album pretty much is called, so the albums are Blow Up Your Video. The album is called Blow Up Your Video, but but basically, I like any 80s AC/DC album. I do like Bon Scott. I mean, Highway to Hell. I mean, this shirt pretty much is a Highway to Hell shirt that I decided to wear to bed. I mean, it's kind of wrinkled. It's kind of old. I've had it for a long time. But purpose of this video is I'm going to do some discussions about albums that people don't discount as good, but other people. So AC/DC in the 80s were commercial sounding, but still, if you listen to the riffs like in Fly on the Wall and Who Made Who, I mean, it's still bluesy, but it has kind of that, it's harder rock, but people would consider it, I don't consider it to be glam metal, but it gets me going, of course. It has a kind of 80s kind of sound to it, you know, like very catchy riffs and stuff. So Blow Up Your Video I find to be a masterpiece. And I'm not going to play any sound music, but just because I don't want to get copyrighted. YouTube tends to do that a lot with me, which I don't really care about. So basically, let's talk about it. So Blow Up Your Video, you've got the two singles and videos. That's the way I want to, Heat Seeker, and That's the Way I Want to Rock and Roll. Now, if you listen to Heat Seeker, it has that kind of, you know, and I'm gonna, you know, or Heat Seeker, you know, that kind of basic, you know, sort of. I mean, if you were alive in that town and saw that tour, I mean, but That's the Way I Want to Rock and Roll has that kind of, you know, the main riff is dun 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 dun, you know, that kind of stuff. I don't really want to play it because and then you got Mean Streak, which is kind of a the songs that when I first listened to that album, it reminded me of like people won't say, oh, that's not AC/DC. AC/DC is a good band. By the way, this is a rum. I'm gonna turn it around. This is a rum cocktail with naked fruit juice. So pretty much, I call it a rum cocktail. Naked rum. But it's gonna be a fun night. But I just thought I would get this video out. Blow Up Your Video is one of those masterpieces that, you know, people. I mean, I remember watching a video back when I was into the band. I mean, of course, I listen to music. You know, back when I'm really into a band, I watch their videos, I do all that stuff. That was when I was younger. Now I just like different bands, you know, whatever I'm in the mood for, you know. And I listen to Norwegian black metal, I listen to British rock. I was actually getting into new British heavy metal. The American doom metal scene. Listen to some Trouble. Forgot the name of the album, came out in '87. But anyway, I was watching a video about this today. I hate this. Killer, no filler. I understand, you know, it's a killer album. I don't really like that term when you describe music because, I mean, my top five, in my opinion, there are a few albums that are perfect, you know, that are just amazing. But this album is amazing as well. There's nothing cheesy about. I mean, This Means War is cheesy, the final track on the album, but I mean, I don't really get bothered by that. But here are the albums by AC/DC or by artists that I find to be, you know, they're just perfect. There's no bad songs on them. The first one will be Texas Flood by Stevie Ray Vaughan. I mean, that in my opinion, that's a masterpiece. Okay, my top 10 albums that are like complete just masterpieces are that I can listen to all those songs on an album and go, yes. You know, you've got Lenny, you've got Testify, you've got Pride and Joy. I'm just putting, this just goes into it. Then you've got then you've got what is it? Then you've got, I mean, Judas Priest is on the list a lot. I would put British Steel by Priest. You know, Hellbent for Leather by, I mean, well, no, British Steel is a masterpiece. That's just an album, like I'm saying, like that just gets to me whenever I listen to that. You know, that puts me in a good mood. You've got Halloween, Walls of Jericho. That album is killer. You've got, of course, the Keeper albums, Keeper or Seven Keys. Even the two songs on Keeper Part 1 and Keeper Part 2, the 13-minute Halloween and the 13-minute Keeper to Seven Keys. They're good songs, but you know what I'm saying? It's what I like. And then you've got Running Wild, Gates to Purgatory. That album I can listen to over and over again. That's what I'm getting to. AC/DC albums, they sound the same, but they're good. You know, they're not like that album would go, oh, they did this again. No, it has some sort of, you know, underlining, like, okay, well, it's still AC/DC, but when I put something interesting, it's not, you know, they're not trying to copy Back in Black, but, you know, going back into that list, you've got, I don't know, this is another good album, Iron Maiden, Somewhere in Time, amazing album. You've got Grave Digger. No, it's not. No, you've got what's the name of it? Oh God, 1986 album. No, you've got Heavy Metal Breakdown. Their third album that I can't remember the name of. That's a good one. Running Wild is also a speed metal thrash metal band. That's what I mainly listen to. Another good album, that anything by Slayer, but I have to go on this one and say that Seasons in the Abyss. I mean, that just fucking dun 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 dun. And I'm a guy who likes pretty much, you know, I go for whatever, you know, gets me going. And I don't like what it used to be for me is, you know, I listen to an album and listen to an album. I listen to a few songs. It all depends. You know, of course I listen to pop sometimes. But it really, so, you know, really, to think about it from a perspective of, well, like I have friends who like the Beatles. I'm not a big fan of the Beatles. You know, there are a couple of songs. That's what I'm saying. Like, if there's a band I like a good album to listen to is A Blaze in the Northern Sky by Darkthrone. Masterpiece. That's a masterpiece. You've got, but an album you know, this one is a masterpiece too. It's Bathory's second album, The Return, or The Return of Darkness and Evil. That is what I think is a masterpiece. I don't really like Bathory's first album. I mean, it's basically what Bathory, The Return is, you know what I'm saying? It can give me, you know, when I listen to anything really heavy, it gives me a headache, but it's not like, you know, like I'm going to go, oh my God, yes.
You ready to eat?
Yes. Bathory, The Return, is what I call a extreme metal masterpiece. And then of course you've got Venom's first two albums that are put in a tie. I mean, everyone considers Venom, black metal, and Welcome to Hell to be masterpieces. I would listen to them back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. I mean, seriously. I mean, everything about Venom, that's it. It hits it out of the park right there. I'll be talking about bands' catalogs that, for more ways than one, people are going to go, wait, no, you really like that? I'm like, yeah. So, another amazing album from that I always loved is is Holy Diver by Dio. I haven't listened to Dio in a while, but you know, because back when I heard it, it was like, you know, it had those slow songs. Now that I'm older and mature when it comes to music, I can listen to pretty much anything. I just am not a fan of the cheesy ballad. You know, if band like I don't prefer, and I'm gonna get to this too. There's a band, speed metal band from Germany called Warrant, not the one that sings Heaven and all those like crazy bands. I mean, I understand. Look, okay, you know, they're an '80s band. Warrant's not my favorite. I mean, but this Warrant is good. Their album, The Enforcer, excellent. Fast, heavy. That's what they pretty much, you know, this introduction is going to be. It's going to be albums I find to be good, and but Blow Up Your Video by AC/DC's got to start, you know, because they were the first band that I really was into, that I just, you know, and of course I got to talk about this. So that's a masterpiece. But I gotta go with another band, Iron Angel. And Iron Angel, their first album is amazing. Okay? Is amazing. Black Mass on there, drum track, everything, you know, like dun 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 dun, you know, that kind of stuff. It's kind of when I was into thrash metal. A little bit more. I prefer power metal more. And we're gonna get more into the power metal category, I think. It's hard to explain, but this is a power heavy album. It's called Brain Fever, and it's called Capture the Night. 86. I find the year 86 to be, you know, where it was at as far as metal goes. I mean, even the annoying genre that they call glam, which I don't know if I did a video about that before, but when people call a genre of music glam, or hair metal, which I understand the glam, you know, it's kind of matches the music. That is one thing, but yeah. But there's turn that off, please. I'm doing a video, Paul. Please turn it off. Paul! Please turn it off. Fucking turn it off. He's an asshole, I swear to God.
You have to eat and get ready.
Okay, I know that. One more thing, and then this is the last album, and then I'll talk about Blow Up Your Video for like a minute or so. This last album that I find a masterpiece is, well, I mean, there's a lot more lists, but this one I'll probably be talking about next. A band called Excalibur from Irvine, Pennsylvania. Warriors of the Night. The melody, everything. It's just like, you know, it's melodic, and people, like when I first heard it, it's like it's depressing. No, it's not depressing. It's American heavy metal. I don't consider it to be glam at all. I mean, it's just that simple kind of heavy sound that that makes metal boom. You know, that makes it good. So one more thing before I have to end this video. In short, Blow Up Your Video, in my opinion, is excellent. Okay, is excellent. The only song that I don't like is This Means War, but that song is still good. It has that kind of, you know, it sounds like Let There Be Rock with that dun 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 dun, you know, kind of medium, like boom 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 boom, you know, that kind of medium kind of beat. Where you go, yeah. But and then they released a couple other songs that were recorded. Borrowed Time, Snake Eye, and Down on the Borderline, all available on the Backtracks. But on YouTube, this guy who I guess posts official audio included those songs in the album. Amazing. I mean, they fit with that time period of just, you know, catchy riffs, you know, just, but the way that those songs are on that album, I just think that, I mean, really, someone should put that album in like a soundtrack. You know what I'm saying? They did Iron Man 2, but, you know, I don't know. My favorite song on the album has got to be Nick of Time, Mean Streak, Two's Up, and I pretty much can listen to most of the album. You know, my favorite video of the album is That's the Way I Want to Rock and Roll, just because it shows how kids were back then. Most teenagers liked like music, like rock like that. So that kind of puts me on the, because when I liked AC/DC, I wasn't keen on rap. I like most rap now. I mean, come on, dude. Rap is rebellious. I hate when people say that metal is better than rap. Look, I understand. Look, my whole thing about the metal and rap thing is it's the same thing pretty much. It all came from the blues, and they're both rebellious in a way. Metal, rock, and blues and rap are all rebellious. They're against the establishment. They're good rappers. I like the guys that are honest, like Eminem, you know, and the guys that are funny, like Lil Uzi, Migos, and all that stuff. You know, the rap that has some, you know, not the stuff, you know, not the, like, the, stuff. Of course, I like Snoop Dogg and stuff, but not like the pop rap, like the Chris Brown and all that stuff. I'm gonna get hate and go, oh my God, but Migos is pop rap. It's funny. I love Migos because they do Kurt, you know, Gucci Gang and all that stuff. Mostly like that. So this is Black Metal. I'll see you guys in a few minutes when I film Billy Mitchell interview. I can't wait. Yeah, Billy, I can't wait for you, man. Black Metal. Peace out.